Welcome, everyone. Let's dive right into this explainer and transform all that financial anxiety into a clear, totally actionable roadmap. So many people struggle with money, and it's not because they're bad at math. It's really just because they don't have a solid plan. Well, today we are going completely step by step to build exactly that.
I mean, a total reset in just 90 days? Sounds kind of impossible, right? But the absolute truth is, breaking wealth building down into 3 manageable 30-day blocks is hands down the single most effective way to start. We aren't going to try to tackle everything at once. We're going to build a rock-solid foundation, brick by literal brick.
So here is our exact map for the next 12 weeks. We'll be covering the cost of waiting, month 1, which is your financial baseline, month 2, focusing on defensive strategies, month 3, building automatic wealth, and finally, your lifelong wealth system. Let's get right into it.
Starting with part 1, the cost of waiting. Before we even think about the how of our 90-day checklist, we absolutely have to understand the why. And honestly, this just brilliantly illustrates the mathematical magic of starting early. Because every single month you delay, that's compounding power you can literally never reclaim. Let's look at a quick comparison between two guys, Billy and Phil. Billy starts investing just $200 a month right when he turns 20. Phil, on the other hand, waits a whole decade, starting at age 30, but he tries to play catch-up by investing $300 a month. Over their lifetimes, Phil actually ends up investing $12,000 more out of his own pocket than Billy does. So, who wins? Let's find out.
Just think about this for a second. Assuming an average historical market return of 10%, Billy ends up with nearly $600,000 more than Phil by the time they hit 60. Billy reaches over $1.2 million, while Phil sits at around $678,000. Billy invested way less of his own hard-earned cash, but he gave compound interest more time to work its absolute magic. And that, right there, is exactly why your 90 days has to start right now.
Moving on to part 2, month 1, your financial baseline. Okay, this is where we actually get into the checklist. This is the month where we start treating your personal finances exactly like a successful business treats its revenue and expenses.
You are at the very start of this 90-day journey, and our one and only focus right now is figuring out exactly where your money is currently going. You simply cannot fix what you cannot see, so we are going to shine a massive spotlight on your cash flow.
So here is your homework for the first 30 days. It's simple. Pull up all your bank and credit card statements from the last 3 months. Categorize everything. Put it into fixed expenses like your rent, discretionary stuff like eating out, and of course, debt payments. By auditing your past 90 days, I guarantee you will instantly find easy wins. Maybe you realize you're dropping $225 a month on ride shares purely out of laziness. Or you find some streaming service you completely forgot about. Cut that lowest hanging fruit immediately.
Now, your primary goal for this first month is to take those newly found savings and redirect them straight into a baseline $1,000 emergency fund. We absolutely need to cross that 4-digit barrier, ideally in a high-yield savings account. That way, a broken-down car or a surprise medical bill doesn't completely derail your entire life.
Part 3, month 2, defensive strategies. Now that we've built a bit of a safety net and we actually know where our money is going, it is time to play defense. We've got to tackle the things that are just quietly draining your wealth in the background.
You'll notice that for month 2, our focus shifts heavily toward destroying high-interest consumer debt. Did you know the average credit card APR is over 21%? Carrying that kind of debt is basically a guaranteed 21% loss on your money every single year. We absolutely have to stop the bleeding here.
To kill this debt, you basically have 2 amazing strategies to choose from. First, there's the debt avalanche. This is where you pay the minimums on everything but throw all your extra cash at the debt with the highest interest rate. Mathematically, this saves you the most money. Or you can go with the debt snowball, where you attack the smallest balance first. Choose the avalanche if you want to be perfectly efficient, or go with the snowball if you're someone who really needs those quick mental wins to stay motivated. Just pick one and attack it.
Beyond just the credit cards, month 2 is all about capping your fixed lifestyle costs. Call up your providers and negotiate your phone or internet bills. Stop taking out crazy 5-year loans on brand new cars that just plummet in value the second you drive them off the lot. And really, stop buying a $200 pair of designer trainers when a high-quality $60 unbranded alternative does the exact same thing. A good rule of thumb, if it's just a want and you can't buy it in cash, don't buy it.
Part 4, month 3, automatic wealth. All right, you've audited your life, you've killed your bad debt, and you have your emergency buffer in place.
The crucial step now is to finally go on the offensive. In these final 30 days of the checklist, we officially transition from just saving money to actually investing it. This is where we ensure your money starts working way harder than you do.
To make this happen, we are going to look at index funds. Think of an index fund kind of like buying a massive pre-made fruit basket. It's way better than trying to guess which individual apple in the store is going to be the absolute sweetest, right? Instead of trying to pick the next Tesla or Apple and risking it all, an S&P 500 index fund lets you buy a tiny slice of the 500 largest companies in America all at once.
And hey, you absolutely do not need a finance degree to do this. Even Warren Buffett, literally one of the greatest billionaire investors in human history, agrees that consistently buying the whole market is the ultimate way to build long-term wealth. He actually bet $1 million that a simple index fund would beat highly paid Wall Street hedge funds over 10 years. And guess what? He easily won that bet.
To really sustain this investing habit, try allocating your income using the 50-30-20 rule. Keep your essential needs, like rent and groceries, capped at 50%. Then, dedicate 30% to fun, because let's be real, cutting out all joy makes saving feel like a total punishment. Finally, allocate a strict 20% to the future you, which goes straight into your investments and savings.
But here is the real game changer, the secret of the top 1%. They do not rely on willpower. Willpower completely vanishes when you're stressed or tired after a long day. Instead, you need to automate your investments. Set up a transfer so that the very day your paycheck hits, that 20% investment contribution leaves your checking account and goes right into your brokerage account before you can even see it. It's totally hands-off.
Part 5. Your lifelong wealth system. Just like that, you have completed the 90 days. But listen, this isn't the end. This is simply the rock-solid foundation of a system that is going to run in the background for the rest of your life.
Going forward, you need a way to keep score, right? A dashboard to track your progress. Make it a habit to calculate your net worth every few months. Your assets are everything you own that holds value, like your savings and those index funds. Your liabilities are what you owe, like any remaining loans. Your net worth is simply your assets minus your liabilities. Just keep a close eye on making sure your assets are steadily outpacing your liabilities and your net worth is naturally going to trend upward.
The math really doesn't lie, and this strategy is totally proven. As the old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. So take that first step. Audit your expenses, kill the bad debt, buy the market, and put the whole shebang on autopilot. Because the ultimate question you have to answer right now is, where will your net worth be next year?